Hello everyone, I'm François from Shakmat, and in this video we will have a look at the Ballista Blast Expander. As its name clearly indicates it, the Ballista Blast Expander is an expander for the Ballista Blast. It adds a modulation source for the Ballista Blast, modulation such as LFO, envelope or random, and you can have up to 2 expanders per Ballista Blast. One of the big assets of the expander is you can easily assign the modulation to almost any control of the Ballista Blast. Another advantage is all the settings of the Ballista Blast expander are stored inside a preset. So when you recall a preset on the Ballista Blast, you have a full integration of the modulation created with the Ballista Blast expander. Let's first install the Ballista Blast Expander. The expander is connected with a ribbon cable. Red stripe of the ribbon cable has to match the white line on the expander. So here is a red stripe. And let's plug the ribbon cable in the expander. So the red stripe of the cable is matching the white line and the red stripe indication on the PCB. We'll have to connect the ribbon cable to one of those 2 slots. The male headers on the Ballista Blast are shrouded, so there is only one way to insert this ribbon cable thanks to this little plastic piece which goes inside the shrouded header. And now the first expander is connected, first expander, because we are on expander 1 slot. Let's now connect the second expander. Again, the white line on the expander must match the red stripe on the ribbon cable. And let's now insert this ribbon cable to the Ballista Blast. Again, the male header on the Ballista Blast is shrouded, so only one way to insert the ribbon cable. And now we have the 2 expanders connected. Expander 1 and expander 2. And we are ready to go to start the module with its 2 expanders. Now the 2 expanders are connected, we install the Ballista Blast with the 2 expanders inside the rack. As you can see, the 2 expanders are blinking, which means they've not been activated yet. We have now to go in the option menu of the Ballista Blast. To do so, let's press the analog and mod button together. And we are scrolling this menu until we find the expander 1 page. We have to turn it on. First expander stopped blinking. Let's now activate the second expander. So next page of the option menu, let's turn it on. And same thing, the second expander is now activated. You can of course connect only one expander to the Ballista Blast. And you can connect one expander to either the slot 1 or slot 2 at the back of the Ballista Blast. Let's have a look at the Ballista Blast mode menu. When the expanders are activated, we now find 3 different pages related to each expanders. So after envelope mode and envelope shape, you have now a page for expander 1 mode, expander 1 shape, and expander 1 assign, and then you have the same thing for the expander number 2. Let's go back to the pages related to the first expander. The expander mode page allows you to choose between different LFO or envelope behaviors. LFOs also include random generator and mini sequencer. This expander mode page allows you to choose between different LFOs behaviors. The first one is free, meaning the LFO is neither clocked or synced. The second one is sync. This means the LFO resets every time the gate input of the Ballista Blast receives a rising edge from a gate signal. Next, we have clock. Here we will use the clock input from the Ballista Blast expander to clock the LFO. You can use the time potentiometer to divide this clock, and then we have both, which means the LFO is both synced to the gate signal and clocked by the clock input of the Ballista Blast expander. Next, we have different envelope behaviors. So it's almost the same as we have in the Ballista Blast. We have attack release, attack decay, attack sustain release. And now we're back to the LFO mode. When set as an LFO, you can go to the second page and you have now the LFO shape page. Here you can choose between different types of LFOs, random or mini sequencer. First one is a skewed ramp, where the shape potentiometer allows to morph between a falling saw triangle at noon and rising saw when fully clockwise. Let's go to the next shape of LFO. This is a symmetrical LFO with a variable waveform. The shape potentiometer morphs between different waveforms, started with a tilted exponential triangle, going to triangle, then going to sine just after noon, and finally going to a square wave. Next, you have a random generator. The shape potentiometer provides a slew limiter. The last options for LFOs is the mini sequencer. There are 8 different 8-step sequences, and the shape potentiometer allows you to morph between those 8 different sequences. That's it for the LFOs. Let's now go back to the previous page to set the expander as an envelope, and back to the shape page again, where we will be able to shape the release of the envelope between a linear release and an exponential release. Let's now go to the third and final page for the first expander, which is the expander assign page. The Ballista Blast Expander provides 6 destinations for the modulation. So we have first the 4 same destinations as we have for the main envelope on the Ballista Blast, plus the amplitude, and an assignable destination which can be assigned to different modulation controls. The Ballista Blast Expander can be assigned to several destinations. This works the same way as we assign a destination to the envelope of the Ballista Blast. Only difference, you have 2 more destinations, which are the amplitude and an assignable destination. To demonstrate this, let's start a sequence. The first expander is set as a free skewed ramp triangle LFO. Let's add some depth to the harmonics control. LFO can go to very slow timing and also go to audio rate territory. Let's put back the depth on harmonics to 0 and let's go to the next destination, which is some phases. Next destination is the parameter of the VCO. Pitch. Now we go to amp, which actually acts on the VCA used for the output level of the Ballista Blast. Again, you have a clock input if you want to clock your LFO for those kind of tremolo effect. Let's switch now to the 6th and last destination. This is the Assignable destination, which can be edited in the Ballista Blast mod menu. In this menu, you can set the Assignable destination to 6 different destinations: the depth, the attack, and the decay release of the main envelope. The 3 other destinations are the 3 controls of the other expander. Of course, the second expander can modulate also the first expander. Assignable destination is assigned to the decay of the main envelope. Let's now assign this assignable destination to the depth of the main envelope now. We have to make the depth on harmonics active, for example. If the depth of the main envelope is active on several destinations, the expander 1 will modulate the depth on every active destinations of the main envelope. As the main envelope, expanders can be assigned to several destinations at the same time with independent depth. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.